name for himself
True.
in the pro scene. So he definitely is well versed on how this Ember Spirit is supposed to be played, understands how to play the edges. And if he's playing with the Eki Centaur, between the two of them, they might not have as much obscene kill threat diving underneath the tier 1 tower because, of course, there is a clockwork that's going to be able to block them or prevent them from reaching the Luna. But they can still complicate life for the Luna. Even though there's two melee heroes, there is a surprising amount of magic damage that can come out very early on with these heroes. It's going to be entertaining and interesting. I don't think they get as good of a start, though, but the Ember Spirit definitely has a better game than he would if he was going mid against a DK. He would have gotten Ruffle Stomp there. But now if it's DK versus Timber, Timber simply does not care about the DK whatsoever. Later on in the game, he also is going to be pretty decent against the Doom and the DK. If he's not the one that's getting doomed up, then suddenly Whirling Death and Chakram do quite a lot of work against these extremely high HP targets.
And it's... Yeah, I'm looking at it myself, and I'm thinking, yeah, the Ulna isn't the highest attack range hero in the game. Like you say, there is that first share of magic damage coming through. I'm just wondering what the build is going to be. Have you seen much of this support Centaur? You know, what is the build-up here for Eki coming through the lane stage? Do you still just kind of... I can't even say still, because the Veil is what the offlaners are going for, but as that support Centaur, are you just trying to get yourself into the quickest blink possible?
The battle begins.
It depends on the game. From what I've seen so far, it's either you go for the early blink or you go for stuff to start things off. But there's a fight to start things off.
Double searing change, yeah. Power shot's going to come through first blood. It's going to be the cast going down to Puppy. Another chase onto Laurenoff. Laurenoff, this is not a great start either way for him. He's going to go down, and Eki picks it up. Both supports, they are going to be the ones picking up the first blood, the second blood here. And it's a great start once again for Team Secret. A little bit rough, but at least the Dragon Knight, you know, he's going to be able to TP himself into the lane. I think it would have been worse if he'd have had to walk back to lane on no health and just kind of had to walk back, TP himself into the lane. At least he comes back fresh here.
Looks like they've made a switch up though. They're putting Puppy bottom with the Ember Spirit, and they're allowing the Centaur to go top. I mean, this is pretty decent because if Chen has a little bit of an army, then Ducalis is going to be kind of very upset because then the battery assault's just going to get eaten up by the Chen creeps. And top lane, they needed someone beefy to stand in front of Crystallis, make sure he doesn't eat too much harass because there is kill threat with the Doom and the Hoodwink. But with Eki being in that position, he breaks that up, allows Crystallis the space and the freedom to just farm for free. And if he's just farming and not getting harassed too much by Norman, Crystallis can put pressure onto Force. Doom is not the highest armor hero in the world. Crystallis can just keep peppering him with right clicks the entirety of the time.
And yeah, these power shots coming through as well into Force. If he can set up the Stomp, it won't connect here now as well. The Acorn shot, it bounces back between the creeps, so nothing on Crystallis. And yeah, it's... Once that focus fire starts to come out a little bit later on in the lane, it is going to be rough for Force. You know, even if he's got that, well, he's got to pray that he's got his Doom, he can throw it off and just walk himself away. Because like you say, if the Centaur gets on top and the focus fire starts to come out, we might see this Doom lose his life more than once in the lane. And Force, it's been rough 2 games in a row. We'll see how it is going to play out for him. Bushwhack onto the Centaur, no real follow-up though as Force, when he just wants to get towards those neutrals, towards the dire creeps here as well.
Crystallis should free farm in this lane. Should be a-okay. Mid lane, Corden should also be able to... Well, both of them should be able to get their farm. But as I say that, Corden is doing a number onto Laurenoff. That first blood really affected him because Corden got the positioning on the high ground before he came back. Already harassing him quite low. I mean, this is DK, so once you get more levels into the Dragon Blood passive, you don't care that much. You start to recover. But these first couple of waves and that death earlier on has made this start of this game much harder for Laurenoff than it should have been otherwise.
How hard do you think it gets when the ultimate Year 1 Conan starts to throw out the chakram here as well for Laurenoff? Because Laurenoff losing a lot of stats, a lot of damage being taken by the Whirling Death, and until he gets that Dragon form up, is it just kind of be, you know, get whatever you can out of this lane? Because Conan getting a lot of harass off even without right clicks on the Dragon Knight, and Dragon Knight being forced all the way back, it seems, behind the Tier 1.
Oh my god, is Conan just gonna dive him and try and kill him right now? He doesn't have access. He has 2 points Whirling Death, 1 point Timber Chain. He just cracked level 4.
Does he have the mana? Does he have the mana? I don't think he does.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's about the mana. I don't think he has enough armor stacks. If he had more reactive armor stacks right now he's chilling on 0. Then you definitely make this dive. After the creep dies, I don't know. Maybe you actually go for this. Maybe you go for this, but it feels a bit too risky. I think you just like secure the lane. We'll see what he decides to do. Yeah, he's just going to secure the lane.
Yeah.
It's a bit too risky without reactive armor stacks.
Oh, the courier. Gotta be careful here. This is gonna be his it might just be a dead courier. No, it is gonna be the Bassi ring coming out here for the Timber Sword. But the creep's being pushed underneath the tier 1 tower here. Corden, you said it about the Alchemist in the last game, but it feels comfortable here for Corden that he is just gonna be happy to sit close to this tier 1 tower and just constantly get these whirling deaths off onto the Dragon Knight.
Another thing we have to mention about them swapping these lanes like this is that Puppy being in the bottom side of the map with the Chen means that he's playing away from the Doom.
Yeah.
So doesn't have to worry about the Devour putting problems onto him. Speaking of Devour though, Eki ends up dead in the top lane. Doom Hoodwink, man. There's definitely kill threat on this side of the map.
Yeah, and that's just so obnoxious. You can get the tornado coming out from the little Wildling Rippers, throw that one out and force, even though he's trying to play that bodyguard, he just has to sit himself, well, he doesn't have to sit himself in there, but it's just so uncomfortable to be in and around trying to get that harass off, and it will eventually cost him his life.
Yep.
So, how's it looking?
Eki, because he's playing support, doesn't have the usual double ring of protection that these Centaurs roll with. So, not going to be able to easily get away. They're actually going to dive top. Crystallis in a bit of danger here. Forced to wind run.
Does he get himself away from this one? They might be able to turn this around. No, the tornado comes out once again. There's no shackle shot here for Crystallis as well, level 3. So he's not going to be able to get that extra lockdown onto the Doom, slow him down. And that tornado just playing a good, once again, just the divider between the two players, the two teams, and we'll see Crystallis being forced back. Not a lot of regen left here. Narman comes forward, but it's going to be the double edge coming through from the Centaur. Centaur, what's he want to do? Because Force, look at him, he's just marching on towards Crystallis. Does he get the damage off here now as well? Trying to go for the right clicks, but there is going to be another wind run coming out now as well. Force, can he get himself out of this one? Power shot coming through from the wind ranger might be enough to take Narman down, so Narman going to be careful to stomp into the power shot. It's just like, I know what I'm talking about here. They get the kill onto Narman, and Narman just a little bit too far forward with not a lot of health.
Almost like you do this for a living. Almost.
Yeah, and we'll see the tornado coming through again, chasing Eki back. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, you can see that once again, Corden, he's not shy of getting right up into the Dragon Knight's face, and the Dragon Knight here opting for that 3rd point in the Dragon's Blood, so he's got some regen coming through, but Corden, again, once he hits that 6, how awkward is it going to be for the Dragon Knight in the mid lane?
He's probably hoping that 6 comes as he gets his own 6. He actually might be forced into getting it pointed to Dragon Tail rather than Elder Dragon form at level 6. But I still think overall he shouldn't be that afraid of dying.
Yeah.
Should still be fine for the most part. But Corden obviously is just going to free farm here. The main issue that's going to happen once he gets level 6 is what happens if a rotation comes in. Then we need to stop worrying about where Boom is on the map. And there's level 6.
It's not enough for the kill.
But he should be fine.
Well, maybe not. I mean, the Timber Chain's going to come back up. Corden, 3 points in the Whirling Death, and the Dragon Knight goes bye-bye.
Oh, snap. 3 points Whirling Death, bro.
Yeah, man.
What can you do?
Kind of sit there and die. I think that's the only option. There is going to be the rotation coming through from Eki here on the bottom lane. Olnik going to be put under pressure, and Boom should be able to pick up that kill. And he doesn't actually have any points of the Flame Guard, so going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Eki picks up that kill now. Ducalis could be in trouble. Searing Chains and the Shackles coming through. Ducalis, does he go down? Slide of Fist, Searing Chains, and the damage of the Blood Grenade. It's just going to be the cherry on top. Not the very tasty cherry, but a cherry nonetheless. And Eki gets himself a double kill here in this lane.
How did Eki get that kill on the clockwork?
Blood Grenades. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Blood Grenade. Okay. That's I'd be so pissed if I was Boom. I'd be like, really seriously, bro? Both of them, bro?
No, alright.
But then
there's no kill steal. This is Pro Dota. There's no kill steals in Pro Dota. It's all kill secures, you know?
Kill secure.
Yeah,
I see.
And speaking of kill secures...
Mid lane, Larnoff is dead.
Yeah,
he's dead.
Eki might be able to get another one. The Chakram does connect Larnoff, though, playing towards the tier 2 tower. And like you say, Eki, he's only level 4, there's no Stampede to come into this one. Gets a really nice ward between the two towers, but for now, they won't be able to get the kill onto the Dragon Knight.
I think you just stick around. Bring this wave in. It's not going to take him that long to finish it off on Corden. You're also bringing in the additional support of Puppy. He's dead, dude.
Yeah.
There's no way Larnoff gets himself out of this one.
Larnoff, he might just...
Oh, wait, what? They're leaving him?
Oh, Eki. I thought he was hiding himself in the trees to come out for the stomp, but he just goes for the Watcher as Larnoff backs himself away, and there's no stomp available. I think that Eki, he's aware that Crystallis is being put under a lot of pressure in this top lane, and he realizes he can't be spending all of his time in mid lane. He has to come back and help out his carry here.
Oh, did you see Crystallis dodging that bushwhack? If he gets bushwhacked there, he's in a lot of trouble. But him being able to evade that keeps him alive. Everything's Gucci for him right now. And he doesn't still have a point into the shackle shot, so they can't play super aggressively just yet. But I don't think Eki dies just yet. And Norman misses the bushwhack this time onto Eki.
Yeah, just a little bit too far out here. We are going to see the rotation coming through from the Timbersaw, though. Chase coming back. Which way's the Doom gone? The Doom's going to go the long way around. Can he get himself away from this one? He's going to be slowed down a little bit, walking himself out now, but Corden with a dive in. Can he get the kill? He doesn't connect onto the tree. No power shot out. He's already used that as well. Wind Ranger. Does he get it? Wrong direction. Won't be able to hit onto either of the two heroes here on the side of Team Tickles. But look at this. Eki, not shy once again, going behind towers. Dragon Knight does rotate in now. Dragon Tail comes through. Corden, what can they do? It's going to be slowed down just a little bit. Throws out the Chakram. Does connect onto the Cals. They're going to walk themselves up into a double stomp. The double edge comes through now. So Timber Chain. And look at this Timbersaw. He should be able to get himself the pick of the buffet. And it's going to be one. It's going to be two. It's going to be some good kills from Secret.
Top lane, they're going on to Force now with the focus fire.
Yeah, and Chrysalis going to be able to run himself away. Force, he can't get a wrench for this one. The Acorn shot's going to connect. Narman, though. Oh, Chrysalis, it was just enough to put pressure. But do we see the charge in? Eki, still only level 5. Force super low. And it's going to be the creeps taking the tower shots now as well. The Storm comes out onto Hoodwink. Double Edge going to be coming through now as well. Can they get the damage to get the kill? Eki, this time, he will be taking tower shots. Has to move himself away. TP coming in from the Clockwork. That Rocket Flare. And Narman Ducalis, they get enough just to split the kill between them.
A little bit optimistic there coming in from Eki, so eroding some of the advantage that they've gained, but nonetheless killing off the DK yet again, bringing down the Clockwork, forcing Force to go all the way back to base. Team Secret still will take it, and despite the fact that they don't have an Alchemist, they still find themselves with a 4k gold lead at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, and Ember Spirit now, just looking at what Boom's going towards, it's going to be the Spirit Vessel coming out for him, we might see another fight here on the top lane. Oh, Chrysalis, still Force is only level 5, so no Doom to come out here. He does have the clap that he picked up from the Tomato, but yeah, they won't be able to get off. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, oh, Ducalis was that Chakram 4 seconds away. Corden won't be able to follow it up with the Timber Chain, so opts to put the aggression onto Lorinoff, and Lorinoff, he's going to be able to outlast this with only a one-on-one. A lot of health left now. It does feel like Timbersaw, that kill potential, it's a little bit more difficult to take down the Dragon Knight 1 versus 1.
It's going for this Veil soon. There's so much magic damage that they have on their lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, Crystalis is going to buy Maelstrom, so there's some magic damage. Mid, actually, they're going to try and fight him.
Hand of God comes out. They're going to be able to get the kill onto the Timbersaw now as well. Slider Fist comes out with the Searing Chains and boom. Looking towards Narman. Eki TPs himself in. He has that Remnant to jump himself away to if he needs it. Stomp onto the Doom, but boom, he still wants his kill onto Narman. Narman, Slider Fist coming through here. Can he get the kill? One more little bit of damage, but they do get the kill onto Eki. Another Bushwhack. He's going to jump himself away to a Remnant as Boom gets the kill onto Narman after the fact. And Lorinoff with this amplified damage rune. Dragon form is up. He might be able to take this tier 1 tower and make things just a little bit awkward here for Team Secret.
Looks like Puppy didn't get the memo that Doom disables heal right now. He tried to save the Timbersaw with that Chen all heal. Made absolutely zero difference. They get the kill. It does take quite a lot of commitment resource-wise, but nonetheless, still feels very, very good for them.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important to kill a hero that's had such a good start, right? Because look how much gold they got out of it. Both the Doom and the DK got 430 gold and 463 gold respectively. That's a lot of scratch picked up for killing 2 heroes in the mid lane.
And it does bring that net worth back down to about 3k in favor of Secret. But again, any fight's a good fight here at the minute for Team Tickles. I'm just looking in terms of the core farm, not by a lot, but Chrysalis is the lowest in terms of the Secret net worth. So we'll see how Wind Ranger, he's going towards the Maelstrom. That's how he's going to be able to recover. Seen by this ward, but no rotations. Level 6 onto Callisto, so they might be able to line up this hookshot onto the Wind Ranger because she is under vision.
This game, you know, in the previous game we saw Mage Slayers being bought by Eki and well Puppy.
Yeah.
I think they definitely need a Mage Slayer on them. Oh, man, Ducalis, you're so dead.
Yeah.
Crystalis dead. Bye-bye.
And Force, not going to be able to get in range. It doesn't matter. They got the long arm, well, even Scorched Earth. That's what's going to finish the kill off for the Doom. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they take down the tier 1 tower. Puppy is going to be the one that gets the credit for it. But yeah, you can see the Secret maybe trying to get this pace back that they got in the first game. You'll keep this pressure on. And Team Tickles, do they have a better response here, do you think, in this second game?
Oh, definitely. They have much better tools. Their supports initiate. They have some damage output from them. They can respond so much better. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch.
Yeah.
Okay, they didn't respond to the one, but they can respond. You know, in principle, they can.
They threw a little bit quicker. Yeah, they maybe could have responded to that, but Boom right on top, helping out Corden get the kill onto the Luna. And yeah, the TPs, they were just a little bit lacking here from the side of Team Tickles. So look at this, the pressure from putting out for Team Secret, 12 minutes in, they want to go for another tier 2 tower. They want to be making this life awkward once again for the Luna and make it all that just have to survive in this triangle.
And unlike in the previous game, Ulnet does not have the backup of having Io and Pugna, so
Yeah.
it's actually easier to kill. Has to play a lot more carefully. I must say, Boom is going to complicate everybody's lives so much. He already has Spirit Vessel, and the world is his oyster for this Ember Spirit. He can go for the Mage Slayer next, he can go for Shivas in this game. Both of them are absolutely insane options. But imagine Spirit Vessel Shivas into a Doom, Dragon Knight, and an eventual Satanic Luna. That just feels on paper like a phenomenal set of itemization. But even if he just goes Mage Slayer, still a lot of their damage output right now is going to be magical on the side of Team Tickles.
And
So this Ember Spirit not going mid feels like it's created so many opportunities for Team Secret.
yeah, and you can split up the responsibilities, right? Because the Centaur runner, even though he's playing this cosplay 5 as the position 4, he's still going towards his Blink Dagger. He could still go to the Veil a little bit later on. Get that Shivas. It would be a lot later. Allnet could be dove once again here. We've got the 3-man smoke coming out. Is Boom going to be one to initiate? And Allnet, no BKB. The Remnant dive forward coming out from the Ember Spirit now as well. And Allnet, yes, Steering Shades come through. Lockdown. Even the Verdant Dale, is it called? The Verduous Dale here from the Seeds of Serenity. Not going to be able to get the heal off in time. And Luna's just dead. And this is the thing, right? You take this tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. It makes it so predictable where the Luna's going to be farming that you can't just group up for this 3-4-man gank squad and make life difficult for the Luna in the second game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Also, shout out to Eki for planting this Observer Ward here on the high ground, next to where this outpost is. That gave them their perfect vision as to exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
But they're actually fighting bottom onto Ember. He gets doomed and killed. Very nice.
Nice response here. Yes, smoke coming through. They still have that hook shot if they want to throw it out. But that's a 4-man. Maybe don't throw yourself into that particular mosh pit here if you're on the side of Team Tickles. You just waited out. You got your kill onto Boom. How much gold did they get from that? Still a half-decent amount for the Doom here. So, yeah, they're just going to be happy with what they got. They protected the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. And they can just back themselves away knowing that they got something from this.
Like he's going Eternal Shroud on Boom next. Try to deal with all this magic damage that's coming out. I mean, I'm fine with this. Somebody else can probably get the Mage Slayer. What other itemization is coming out? So for Team Tickles, the most important thing I think is going to be Allnet's itemization. In particular, when does he find access to having the BKB? Without BKB, these fights for him are just impossible. You have to deal with the magic damage output from the Wind Ranger. You have to worry about Ember jumping on top of you. You have to worry about this very annoying Centaur. But more importantly, you gotta worry about this extremely overfarmed Timber Soul.
Yeah.
If you don't have BKB, this hero will make you food. So you definitely need to try find some way to get close to that item. He's gonna go for the Manta Shivas, or Manta Shard rather. And last game he went for the Butterfly heads up. In this game, magic damage is too overwhelming. Nobody on his team is gonna be buying Pipe of Insight. There's only gonna be one Mage Slayer on the Hoodwink, so definitely BKB should be the port of call for him.
Yeah, and we'll see if that's going to be the itemization, and hopefully this time, the shard will work right off the bat here. But is that the Blink Dagger coming in for the... No, it's just a ward coming in for the Centaur. Still about 400, 500 gold for the Centaur. We're on a Blink Dagger. Once that comes out, life is going to get a little bit more uncomfortable here. But speaking about uncomfortable, Hand of God, Crystal's trying to do what he can. Focus fire. Bushwhack comes through, Corden trying to protect his teammate, but it looks like the Wind Ranger... Does he go down? No! He gets the kill onto Callus. He turns it around. He turns it with the no you and says, Norman, you are going to be the next one. Is that Shackles? They don't even need it. They've just got the absolute shredder of Corden here on this Timber Saw, and Norman disappears before our very eyes.
Double Bracer Power Trades Wind Ranger, fam. Surprisingly difficult to kill.
Yeah.
Having the Wind Run as well. Ends up staying alive, killing off the Clockwork. And more importantly, denying them the opportunity to actually get some advanced vision on the map. Because they die where they do, that's it, right? They get to reclaim the potential. They get to take the tier 2 tower middle as well. So Team Secret just reasserting just how strong they are. And even Crystallis, the target of that fight, he's the one that's able to come through and basically finish off the tier 2 tower in this mid lane.
And yeah, just quick TP back, because this is the thing, right? They've lost the tier 1 tower top, which isn't the worst thing in the world because you have the outpost right next to where it's going to be, but you still have full map control. You have that tier 1 tower mid and bottom here as well. So yeah, getting right back into these fights, it doesn't take too long, especially for someone like the Wind Ranger, who's going to be able to just win run, catch up with the rest of his team.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So
She's now finishing off the tier 1 tower top. Very shortly gonna have Lincoln Sphere, and they need this link to blink stun her in order to be able to bring her down. Fortunately, they do have the Clockwork, and Clock can certainly help with the long range hookshot, but still gonna make life more difficult difficult. And they're going to try and at least force a fight before these big items arrive right now. But there's no easy angle for Ducalis to try and engage here.
Yeah, look at this jump in. Conan's going to be the Stampede to chase to get chased down onto Force. Force, he throws the Doom out now onto the Timbersaw, but he is going to be dead. And Timbersaw just needs to walk himself away. That's Doom is going to be about halfway through. And the man still has most of his health left here. Shackles latches onto Larnoff, but there wasn't a follow-up here for it to go to. But you see Boom jumping in. Dragon Tail comes through. Do you have the lockdown onto Larnoff? Where's that Searing Chains? It's going to be at least onto the Clockwork. Clockwork drops those cogs. Larnoff on the high ground. He's going to go down. And the Clockwork will be next. Norman from the high ground here. Trying to get the pin onto the Timbersaw, but the Timbersaw, he had that regen route to come through even after the Doom gets used. He's pretty much back at full health, and he's going to put the pressure. Force on it away, on it TP. There's no Hex, there's no Yule Scepter, so the Luna will get out alive. But look at this, you're losing the tier 2 tower. And once again, 8k net worth here. Team Secret, they've taken full control of this game in the first 18 minutes.
Look at Corden's build, fam. Blink, Veil, and Shivas, all of them arriving at what, 18 minutes, 30 seconds, 35 seconds,
Yeah.
given the courier trajectory. This is an obscene amount of farm available on this Timber. He's dishing out so much magic damage. Now they're disabling all this heal with the Shivas, and they still have the Spirit Vessel coming through from Boom. This game has just gone from bad to worse, and sadly, in a very similar situation as in game 1, Luna's not ready to fight just yet.
No.
And she's going to be the one that's necessary here. They have some, they have some utility coming out of the Doom. DK, not in a position where he can fight just yet in terms of damage output. He has Blink Mage Slayer, doesn't have a BKB, doesn't have an AC, doesn't have a Manta, no nothing that makes him a threatening prospect in these fights. So Team Secret feel like they can do whatever the hell they want, and if they win this next fight, gonna be a free Roshan for them as well.
Yeah, and this is the thing, yeah, like you say, it feels like an off-lane DK here. He just doesn't have the items to keep up. Boom. Well, they might be able to take the kill on Ducalis. Ducalis will go down. The next one on the menu is Olna. He throws out Eclipse out, but like you say, no BKB now. They might be able to get the kill onto the Centaur, but that is a support Centaur. Actually, look at the damage coming through. He will be taken down in the end. Backlines do they get the kill onto Narman here. Narman trying to do what he can to waste a little bit of time. Survive for a little bit longer. But okay, fair enough. Gotta respect the Luna damage there. Was doing a whole lot coming through. Wasn't able to sustain. The rest of his team were pretty much out of there. And even 1 versus 3, it looked nice, but just not enough here. Crystallis, do they move themselves into the Roche pit?
Man, if Luna was like more farmed, had better parity with the other heroes in the game, if she already had the Aghanim Shard, I think they actually could have won that fight because that bushwhack was literally perfect. Ducalis is gonna die bottom again. I don't think Force should try and force a fight here. Let it go, Force. Let it go. Okay, he's gonna go for it.
Doom comes in. Yeah, Crystal's taking a lot of damage here. The Wind Ranger is still pretty squishy here, but you've got the rest of the heroes grouping up. Really good double stomp coming out here from that Centaur now as well. Narman, can he get himself away from this one? And Larnoff will be able to get the TP. He knows that hoof stomp's already been used here. Narman in the trees, trying to run himself away. Backlines, you can see they've already got this kill. Can they go into Force now as well? Boom. Where's that Searing Chains? 2 seconds. Sleight of Fist. Remnant going to be able to catch up. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. And now the lockdown comes out. Chakram onto the Doom. The Doom's already used his ultimate, and he is just going to be doomed himself here. And we'll see 20 seconds on the board. Tier 1 tower still standing. Do they want to go into this Roche pit while it's daytime, or do they have more, the red mist? Has it fully descended onto Team Secret? Are they going to look for more kills?
I guess you have to wait for the Wind Ranger anyway.
Yeah.
Before you can actually take down the Roshan.
Are scanning.
In retrospect, that ended up being not so bad. I still think it wasn't really worth it. They lost like several heroes for that kill on the Wind Ranger, but it definitely could have been much worse given how this game has been going for them. And it would have been a lot better if one of the other cores, if Ulnit was there as well, but at least DK was involved in the kill and got to escape. And that's gonna bring him closer towards actually having BKB. But still, it's really tough, man. And Secret, they don't necessarily even have to force fights anymore, right? They just have to make sure that they hold position, keep their map control up. They're the ones with wards everywhere. And now they're gonna just easily take the Roche. Once Crystallis is back online, Roshan will die. They've got the Alpha Wolf nearby for the additional damage. And there's an Aegis now for this Wind Ranger. She's gonna be able to stay alive. This is tough. And to make matters worse, the only reason she died in that previous engagement is that she got doomed. Now she has a Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah.
So going to be much more difficult to accomplish that particular end for Force.
And at least on the bright side, we have confirmation that the shard is working right off the, the bat for Luna right out of the gate. But yeah, no, like you say, it looks like it is good with that BKB before the butterfly here for Allnet, and Allnet level 16. In terms of net worth, you don't often see a Luna sitting in 5th position with these glaives being able to farm her, but it feels like Secret, they have just found that aggression, they found the pressure to put onto Allnet, made it really unsafe for her to farm and not really getting the best, it's not the high level farm that she was looking for. Creep waves as well as being able to dip into the jungle, just fully committed into the jungle, while Team Secret, they'll go in tier 3s with this Aegis.
Something else we don't often see is a DK, mid-DK, with less farm than the opposing Chen. That is not
Yeah.
something that you see every day.
He was shut down hard against this Timbersaw. That Timbersaw, it was a great pickup from Team Secret. Storm comes in. In fact, this might be the death of the Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knight, he just falls, and once again, Corden will be able to get the kill. 44 seconds before the big man's back up here. And yeah, you've got a Black Dragon pushing in from the Chen now as well. You're going to be able to take Ducalis. He dives himself in. Cogs do go down, but look at this. The jetpack comes out. Where's that Doom? Backlines. They're going to be able to try and get onto this one. They've already got the kill onto Ducalis. The sharpshooter comes through, and boom, he might go down to this Doom. Only he dives himself in, but still no BKB. He dives himself in to his death. Ooh, boom. Is this enough to get the kill? That Doom, it might just be enough to take him down. In the end, he will fall, but 4 heroes dead on the side of Team Tickles, and Team Secret, they're just going to carry on going.
Yep. I think that's game, honestly. If you can't defend this particular fight, at this point in the game, you still don't have any BKB on your Luna or DK. You have one BKB on Doom. He gets the Doom out with spells onto Ember Spirit. You kill Ember, and you still lose the fight that hard. I mean, the writing is on the wall at this point. They're gonna leave out of respect because they kind of struggle to push these towers that quickly. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, it does feel like this game is the beginning of the end. And to make matters even worse, because of the fact that Allnet is not ready with the full right-click damage output, as we've mentioned, all that damage is kind of magical. Now there's a pipe of insight on Puppey. Pipe of insight on Puppey, an eternal shroud on the Ember Spirit. All that's lacking is somebody having bought the Mage Slayer, but honestly, they don't even need it the way. Oh, he does have the Ember Spirit, has Mage Slayer as well.
Yeah. So,
and we were talking about Eki's build earlier, and I was saying he needs to go Blink Force Staff. He already has it. So now the biggest source of initiation that they have that can actually catch Crystallis, that can catch Boom, which is the hookshot from the Clockwork, gets immediately countered out if Centaur is nearby. And they just force them out of the cogs, and these heroes will always survive the fight. And speaking of cogs, Cogs will not save you here, Ducalis. He's just gonna die here.
Yeah, he throws out all the cogs. It might save him for a little bit. He's got that jetpack TP away, but do they have the lockdown onto him? Ducalis.
No way.
By the oil on his cogs, will be able to get himself alive here. The Dragon Knight, though, he's not going to be so lucky. He will go down. Focus fire coming out from Crystallis. He still has the Aegis, 1:48 away here. And the DK, he's dead, no buyback. So are they going to be able to go for another tier 3 tower? While this is going in, you've got the Timbersaw pushing the lane as well. The Chen army looking to group up. And Allnet, he's not even here. He desperately wants that BKB. But he is going to be so far away from it. He's going to be out 1,600 gold. And I don't know if he actually survives through the fight without it. Dive in, Doom onto Boom once again. Are they going to be able to get the kill onto the Emperor again? Now Stomp comes out, Shackles onto Force, and Force, he is just going to fall here. Look at him, Mel, even through the... Was that his BKB? It was. They have the damage out. Boom, he might go down. No, this time he will survive through the Doom, and then he's going to have the heals up from the Chen. They're going to be able to get themselves a second, maybe even a third lane of racks here, and Snur. Tickles, lie to me if you have to. How do they find out this game? What can they do to keep this from ending in the next couple of minutes?
By some miracle, keep Allnet alive, but even then, even if he survives here, okay, that's a good kill onto that Centaur.
Yeah, Serum Chains.
But Eki, he realizes what the situation. He buys back. He knows that they're so much stronger right now. They can actually get the Megas out of this, even with the 4 or 5 hero complement. They don't have Doom anymore. They don't have the DK form anymore. They don't have Hookshot. No. All they have is Eclipse, but Allnet doesn't have a BKB, so he can't reach forward. He just dies.
He doesn't have his life. Yeah, he has to buy back if they have any chance of withstanding this here, and he is going to buy back. But that is going to be his BKB gold here, so we'll see what he's going to try and do. Fight in, jump in from the Doom. What can he do? The Eclipse is going to start to fly out now as well. Laroff, he does have that Dragon Form coming through, and Force, he is just going to be ripped apart. They're going to be able to go for any more. Yeah, GG is going to be called, guys. Stick this one on a mixtape because this is an absolute wrap of the series, and Tickles, unfortunately, will be dropping out. Team Secret move through 2-0 to the next round and looking to get themselves through into the that third qualifying place here. Secret taking this one 2-0.
Damn, I wonder, dude.